Gonna have to come back to.
Okay, it is 5:00 PM on Tuesday, October 22nd, 2024. I'm going to call this regular town board meeting of the town of LaPointe to order. Take a roll call. Mike Anderson.
Here.
Amy Baxter.
Here.
Susan Brenna.
Here.
Samantha Dobson.
Here.
And Glenn Carlson here. Is there any public comment? No. No public comment. Okay. Moving on, town chairs report. Real briefly, we found out today that the Harbor Commission did not get the grant from the EPA Clean Ports program. So no electric ferry boat in the near future. The Madeline is back from the shipyard, ship shape. The paperwork has been completed on the cell tower lease prepayment, so we should hopefully be getting a check from them for $180,000 any time now. I got a notice from the Wisconsin Historical Society informing us that the Pretoria shipwreck, which they believe is in Lake Superior near the town of LaPointe, Ashland County, Wisconsin. And so that's why they're notifying us is being considered by the Wisconsin Historical Preservation Review Board for nomination to the Wisconsin State Register of Historic Places and the National Register of Historic Places. And finally, the TPC is going to be considering an easement request from Greg Nelson for a very small corner of the Miffle property out on Middle Road. He's got a landlocked piece of property there, but it's going to be on our agenda in future meeting. Okay, moving on. Anybody have any questions for me?
What's the name of that? Say it with the name of the boat again?
The Pretoria shipwreck. It was a schooner barge.
And they're just telling us this for our information.
I guess
They don't know where it is.
Oh, they know where it is. Yeah, it's like right nearby. Yeah. So it's nearby, and they notify the nearest municipalities when they're doing things like that. So, and if anyone, well, we can move on. Moving on, any other questions? Okay. Moving on, Public Works, Roads, Dock and Harbor, we have a purchase order for the blacktop repairs to Sunny Slope, Penny Lane, South Shore. And that also includes the Colonel Woods.
That does not.
Does not include the Colonel Woods. Okay. And that will be coming then.
Yes, that doesn't. Include those.
Okay.
Says.
Oh, it does?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
On patching, just patching,
No, I don't see it either.
Yes, it is really.
unless that was the patching.
It's gotta be part of it.
Okay. All right. Well, anyhow, we have a purchase order for $34,505.47. Do we have a motion to approve this? And there's a line item description of some of the places we'll be taking the costs out of.
I'll make a motion, but I want a discussion. I'll make a motion to approve the purchase order, the amount of 34,555.47. But I won't discuss.
Okay, there's a motion and a second discussion, Mike.
And so Pete, if you add up the three lines that you have where the money's gonna come from, you're still 17,600 short.
It must be that first one's 19,005.
Yes,
Oh, okay.
19, sorry.
19,555.
1,000, not
Not
19.
Boss.
Yeah, it does add, but that's, yeah, typo. Okay, any other discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next item, we've got three items for closed session, so I would entertain a motion to move item 3B1 and to 5E to be part of item 13, lawsuits and legal issues. We can go into closed session on all of them at the same time.
I'll make a motion, we move 3B. And the other one is 5D.
5B.
By E,
By Z and D.
I don't think we need to go in for
not
D.
D.
Yeah, I think it
These are
applies to the things.
It's E.
Okay, 5D.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's under D, but it's preceding E.
Okay.
So it's the preceding, the controlling.
Okay.
It took me a long time to figure that out, but
To
13.
13.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next item we've got under committees, planning and zoning. We've got a couple of recommendations from the TPC for certified survey maps. One is for parcel 014-00310-0100. And I don't know if we want to do these, and this is for Patrick Hanlon and Catherine Frankson. And you've all seen the map. This is up near, I think this may be the Ellie Grace up in that neighborhood property. So is there a motion to approve the CSM for parcel 014-00310-0100?
I'll make a motion. Certified service for 014-003100100. Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Next, we have a CSM for parcel 014-00394-0500 for Mike Rasmus and Dave Johnson's parcel on Library Street. Their motion to approve that certified survey.
To approve the certified survey map for 014-039-405. Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Next item, Community Awards Committee appointments. I only have two appointments to propose tonight. And that is for Michael Collins to serve as chair and for Gwen Smith Patterson to serve as another member. I do have two invitations outstanding, but I have not heard back from them yet. So I would entertain a motion to appoint Michael Collins to chair the Community Awards Committee with Gwen Smith Patterson serving as a member.
I'll make a motion to approve Michael Collins as the chair and Gwen Smith Patterson as a member.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion?
You appoint them and then we just ratify them.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
got it.
And they'll get things started and we'll probably in the next week, probably appoint. I'll hear back from those other people. So.
How many
Okay,
other people, two or
we have to at least have one.
one other?
And so, yeah, so it's got to be a minimum of three. Okay, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Next, under the Harbor Commission, we have a recommendation from the Harbor Commission to consider the demolition of the 687 Middle Road property. And that we don't need to take action on that today. I believe that the fire department may also have an interest in using those structures for fire training. So we'll just hold on making any sort of decision on that until we actually find out what the intent is, what the plan is. But I think we've good to have that ahead of time. Next item is a change to the disbursement policy, and you have in your materials a letter or an email from our attorney, Bryce Schoenborn. And this is really the question of do normal expenses of the ferry line the Harbor Commission reimburses need to also be approved by the town board. And the answer is, as long as the Harbor Commission has funds in its harbor funds, it does not need permission of the town board. And so I just wanted to mention that. I don't know if we want to probably take a vote that we acknowledge that that's the case. What's the board's pleasure?
As long as they have the funds to do it themselves, I would just say, just leave it as an agenda item, but then we don't act on it until they don't have the funds. Otherwise,
There
let
could be a
them-
situation where they don't have funds.
Well,
Probably not.
hopefully not,
Well, so-
but I'm just saying, instead of adding it,
As, okay.
you know,
I see what you're
let's
saying.
just leave it there and not act on it.
Well, if we had to make the match for the electric boat, if we had one,
then they wouldn't have had money.
then they would have.
Okay.
But
Okay.
that's also something we could always add to an upcoming agenda too, rather than having placeholder.
Sure. Is this, yeah, so do we think we should just take that out of the agenda so it doesn't confuse people?
Sure, take it out.
Yeah, because they could think that we're gonna talk about something.
Yeah, okay, so is there a motion to acknowledge the attorney's opinion on this and to remove Harbor Commission vouchers from our agenda?
I'll make a motion to remove Harbor Commission voucher payments. As used to.
Is there a second?
Oh.
Move
I'd
to
like
second
to-
discussion?
Yeah. So the only thing that I'm thinking about, which I totally think we should do this, but when we were first proposing this with the hearings and everything that we had to the townspeople, we were letting them know that we would be approving these. So do we need to somehow let the townspeople know the change or?
Well, it's actually, I think that what we had said was we would be approving their budget, which we
Oh,
still
okay,
will be.
that is
approving.
what we said.
Yeah,
Okay.
we still will
I
be
just
approving
remembered
their
it
budget. And I should clarify what the attorney said is they can make payments as long as it's within their budget that's been
Okay.
approved by the town board.
Okay,
Okay, so
And the reason why we did it originally was because we didn't know. And we covered our butts by, I was on the Harbor Commission originally.
Yep.
And we covered our butts by doing it both ways.
Yep.
Just,
Okay.
and now we found out that we don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay. Any other discussion? Okay, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Moving on, Public Arts Committee, we have a application from Marmy Pauline Jotter to go on the Public Arts Committee. And so is there a motion to appoint Marmy Pauline Jotter to the Public Arts Committee?
Make a motion to approve Marmy Pauline Jotter to the Public Arts Committee. Their term. Information.
That is a good question.
And 1 to 12.
First, 2026,
Sorry, what was that?
July 31st, 2026.
July 21st, 2026.
Okay, is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor, say aye. Aye, opposed? Motion carries. Congratulations, Marmy. Thank you. Moving on, committee minutes. There were a number of them. Does anyone have any comments or,
I just have a question about the library minutes.
okay,
When they're talking about the $24,000 to do the first roof. What do they, does anybody know what they mean by the first roof? I don't know.
the lower roof?
Yeah, the lower, is that what they mean?
They said the lower roof repair.
Whatever the minute, within
Yeah.
minutes. I read it and I couldn't. I mean, the only lower roof that I can think of is the one right here.
Yeah, I don't.
That's
I
the
don't-
only lower roof.
They're gonna be coming to the meeting here.
I was just curious what they meant by
Tomorrow.
lower roof.
Yeah, they're gonna be here tomorrow, Mike, so we can ask them, but good question. Any other questions on minutes? Okay. Is there unanimous consent to place in the file?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay. Moving on, Town Hall Administration, we do not have a budget summary report. Lauren was out all last week and she will get something to us by the end of the week. Next item is propane bid selection and contract. We do have a low bidder of LaPointe Gas at the price of $1.99 per gallon with no ferry fees. And I would entertain a motion to approve the contract. I would make a couple suggestions on language, and that is in the second to the bottom paragraph on page 1. I would just clarify that the contractor shall fill such depleted tanks within 7 days of such notice. I don't know what we'd had before. We do have that they should also fill the tanks to at least 80% within 1 week before the ferry boats stop running, but we didn't have anything that said once we notify them that the tanks have gotten to 20%, how long do they have? And I'm gonna just propose that we say 7 days and see what LaPointe Gas says, if that's an issue for them.
You want to add that in there?
Yeah, I'd like to add that in there. And the other thing I would like to add in is under 6, under workmanlike manner, to add a sentence after the first sentence that says, contractor agrees to communicate any issues directly to the town administrator or in the town administrator's absence, the town chair. In other words, not directly with the Public Works Department.
You would add that in there.
I would add that in there.
Okay. I'll make are you done?
Yep.
I'll make a motion to enter into a contract for services with LaPointe Gas for $1.99 with the 2 amendments to the contract that we just talked about.
A second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? Okay, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Moving on, town board agenda order policy. And this is, we can take out the Harbor Commission vouchers. We're changing accounting administrators report to just accounting report. And for now, we're going to change town administrators report to town shares report. And at Amy's request, we're going to add an item 14, employee personnel with a closed session notice on it. And just to have that if there are situations that come up at the last minute.
I'll make a motion, we approve the town of LaPointe Town Board agenda order policy.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Compensation resolution. This was to formally, I mean, we did vote on this, but we always have to have a compensation resolution later. So this is just the paperwork to tidy that up. And as well, the ambulance director increasing that now that there will just be one person doing both jobs. And so the total would be $1768 a month on that job, effective November 1st. So is there a motion to approve those 2 items in the compensation resolution, attachment C?
I will make a motion to approve resolution number 2023-1212D and for the Public Works Director rate in the ambulance director rate.
Okay,
Second.
moved and seconded. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Moving on, vouchers, Town of LaPointe vouchers.
I will make a motion to approve the town of LaPointe vouchers in the amount of $63,014. Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Moving on, alternative claims. We only have the revised August alternative claims. I don't believe we have the September ones. We don't have to do that
We're
now
gonna skip
with the fact that we aren't approving their vouchers anymore.
I will make a motion to do the revised August alternative claims in the amount of $296,382.80.
Second.
Been seconded. Any discussion? Okay, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Unfortunately, we do not have the treasurer's report for August or September at this point.
Alternative claims.
Oh, we don't have September alternative claims. You just did the.
Yeah, just the revision.
Yeah, you should try to.
Just the revision of for August.
Yeah,
That's all
so we did the alternative claims. And now the treasurer's report, we don't have a treasurer's report
Oh,
for August or September.
right.
It's- So
I will get in touch with Melissa. Yeah. Next is minutes. We have, I only had the 8th and the 17th. I did not see the 14th.
If
I got it.
You've got the 14th.
look at it,
Oh, okay. Got it. Is there a motion and we can do all those together if you'd like?
I'll make a motion that we approve the regular town board meeting minutes from October 8th, 2024, the special town board meeting October 14th, 2024, and the special town board meeting budget workshop October 17th, 2024.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Moving on, emergency
Okay.
services under fire department. They would like to use their funds from the Polka event to acquire a jet ski.
Just order, but they said to go ahead. Virgie included a number in.
Yes, and
She didn't include a number, but she gave us a copy of the,
the buyer's order. Yeah,
and I do have a question. about-
okay. And that is $17,401.45.
And that includes the back or
Right.
I'm sorry, it includes
It just.
what's on the back side as well. That
I don't,
Would-
I don't, it's,
I don't think I have that.
It was in our boxes. when
No,
it came.
yeah,
No, I, everything in my box.
well, I don't see that number
the
on
17.
the front.
17.
Hayward Power Sports.
Yeah, so it's probably additional, probably a separate, it's probably both
Yeah, it
of
was
them.
just in our, yeah.
Okay, so it's the 17,
On the front, but then there's the back, that's two more things.
yeah,
And I don't see that number on the front.
yeah, because it's a different vendor,
Oh,
yeah. One is P2P Rescue, and that's for the transom adapter and the sled.
so do we need to make two motions?
Yeah, I would
Two
say
purchase
probably,
orders?
yeah. That's good that way. So one would be for the 17,401.45 to Hayward Power Sport. And then another for 1,335 to PNC Rescue.
Make a motion to approve the purchase order for $17,401.45 with power sports.
I'll second with discussion.
Moved and seconded, discussion?
So according to the memo we got, they said they're going to raise funds this summer. And Sarah's asking for over $17,000 for money that will go for the fire department and the ambulance for radios. And both of them say that it's gonna be taken out of the Polka, but they did the Polka benefit fund.
Yeah.
So
Is there enough in it?
yes, that's one question. Is there enough in it to cover both of these,
Mhm.
you know? And what do they mean by a fundraiser? Are we supposed to pay upfront and then they're gonna do a fundraiser this summer?
They did.
They did, the polka they already did.
The Polka fundraiser they already did.
Yeah, but they're gonna do a fundraiser again this summer to cover the cost for the Sea-Doo.
Well, let's, why don't we table this, and get
Yeah,
this clarified as far as,
maybe Pete knows.
are they,
I'm not sure. I know they were talking about replacing the money. Like they said with the fundraiser this summer, but yeah, we have to.
Pay for it first, yeah.
yeah, it's a different story. Okay, so does, I would move that we table this, item.
I'll make a motion.
I
We
move-
table.
Yeah, would you second it? My motion?
Oh, you motion. Sorry, I'll second that. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Moved and seconded. Any discussion on tabling this to get more information?
That's my only question, is, yeah,
Yeah,
I don't
okay.
understand it,
All right,
basically.
all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed? Motion carries. Okay, next item, emergency services ambulance. Approved to deem resignation. We actually did get a formal resignation from Cindy, earlier today. And I did send her, an email and I will read it. Dear Cindy, I received your resignation letter. Words do not do justice to the blessing you have been to the community in so many ways, but none have been more impactful than your service to and leadership of the Madeline Island Ambulance Service. Over nearly 20 years as an EMT, you have no doubt helped save many lives. You also recruited and trained many who follow in your footsteps. Thanks to your leadership of a remarkable team, we have an ambulance service that is the envy of every small town in Wisconsin. On behalf of the town board, please accept our deep thanks and gratitude for all you have done. With our very best wishes. Sincerely yours, Glenn Carlson. So with that, is there a motion to accept Cindy's letter of resignation?
I'll make a motion to accept Cynthia Zazell's letter of resignation.
Second.
Any discussion? Ooh,
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed? Motion carries. Next item on the agenda that I've just put under my other papers. And this is the purchase order for the portable radios. I think it might be wise to, oh, I'm sorry. Approve the ambulance director job description.
I'll make a motion. We approve the director job description.
Okay.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? And that really consolidates those two, assistant director positions into one. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Next, appoint ambulance director. So, appointing Sarah Schramm as ambulance director, and she was, elected by the crew, to begin as ambulance director effective November 1st. Is there a motion to?
I will make a motion to appoint Sarah Graham as ambulance director effective
November 1st.
I'll second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Item 4, purchase order for the portable radios for expanding service. I suppose I would suggest we table that as well, as that's part of that whole.
Same question.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's, it just says,
For the radio, all the radios?
27,000.
I'm 27,516.
Yeah.
So 27,500 now.
A
So
lot.
how much money?
as Polka fundraiser funded, doesn't say
Exactly.
an amount that we could
Right. that's
figure out if
available.
they're,
They
yeah.
both say that they're gonna take the money out of the fundraiser.
So it could be the 23 or it could be 43.
Well, the total, yeah, the total would be presumably if you added the 17 on with the, yeah, we're up into the 40. So I know the Polka fundraiser did quite well. I'm not sure if it did that well.
Wow.
Okay, well, we'll find out. We'll find out. Is there a motion to table this till the next meeting?
I'll make a motion that we table the
Postpone it
purchase order
till our next regular meeting.
to our next regular meeting.
Second.
Moved and seconded.
Just a quick discussion. If she needs these radios, beforehand, I think these radios are more important than a Sea-Doo.
Mhm.
And if she says, we need these radios now, I think we should, so are you gonna talk with Glenn or somebody?
Could you talk to Sarah? That would
Are
be
we
great.
going to get a fire department budget? Cause that would be in there, right?
Jay was in here.
Jay, we've been working on it today. Okay.
And just, I
We
mean,
might be able to
I
do
don't
it
know.
in one of our special meetings if
Yeah.
we,
Communication
who
is-
have the money.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know.
I think this is partly that they do have some people coming up, who are getting trained
Yeah.
and whatnot. And so part of this is, in anticipation of those additional staff people.
Yeah.
But anyhow, any other discussion?
Well, can we just change her postponement to the first meeting that we have the information instead of our next regular town board meeting?
Okay,
Because we have so many special meetings in between.
Okay.
Budget workshop too.
okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
When we
you
find-
can, yeah.
When we find out, we'll add it to the next agenda. Okay,
I don't want them to wait, they don't.
Okay. As amended, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, opposed? Motion carries. Okay, wow, public comment B. Okay. Next item, liquor licenses.
Nothing.
Okay, moving on, lawsuit and legal issues. So we've got three issues. And I think frankly, Pete, if you're available for all of them, they all affect you, so.
Yeah.
So first is, we're not gonna talk about the county tax levy. We are gonna talk about the Kane claim against the town. We are gonna talk about the Public Works employee letter, and we are gonna talk about the Miffle supervisor CDL training compensation. So let me read, the town board may go into closed session during the meeting for the purposes of considering employment, promotion, compensation, or performance evaluation data of any public employee over which the governmental body has jurisdiction or exercises responsibility in which it is or is likely to become involved in accordance with Wisconsin statute 19.851C. After the completion of the closed session, the board will come back into open session to act upon the discussion in the closed session or otherwise complete the business of the meeting before adjourning. We also will be going into closed session for the purpose of conferring with legal counsel with respect to litigation in which it is or likely to become involved in accordance with Wisconsin statutes 19.851G. So is there a motion to go into closed session for those purposes?
I'll make a motion. We go into closed session for those purposes.
Is there a second?
Second.
Moved and seconded. This is a roll call vote. Mike Anderson,
Yep.
Amy Baxter,
Yes.
Samantha Dobson.
Yes.
I've switched it up.
Making me pay attention
Susan Brenna
here.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
and Glenn Carlson. Yes. Okay, we
that
are,
was intentional.
Yeah.
we are in.